So first, happy Canada Day weekend to my fellow Canadians. This weekend we got Canada Day, celebrate safely of course. And with this video, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to dive into today includes the Sony leaking their own information situation, a PlayStation 3 Classic could be coming to the PlayStation 5, and Sony seems to be highlighting multiple studios recently. Could something be happening sometime soon? First, yes or no, do you live in Canada or not? I've never asked this question before, but I'm curious how many Canadians I have here on the channel. My stats tell me it's a very small minority, while most of you are from the US, so comment below, yes or no, if you live in Canada or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony highlighting multiple studios. So, over the last couple of years, PlayStation first-party studios has both grown and changed. Studios like PlayStation Japan were shut down, but out of that, we got a new group with Team Asobi. Sony has also acquired a bunch of smaller studios like Firewalk Studios, Firesprite, Nixie, Savage Game Studios, Bluepoint Games, Housemark, etc. Recently, we've been getting studio highlights, and I'm wondering what this could mean in terms of anything happening sometime soon. Nixie's, which is the studio mainly known for their PC ports, had a studio highlight video drop about a week ago, and in it they mentioned they're putting more and more work on making remasters, which was interesting to hear since they could potentially bring Sony's backlog to PlayStation 5 and I guess PC as well. We're not sure what they're working on first when it comes to remasters, but I guess we'll see in time. Not long after the Nixie studio highlight, literally less than a week later, we got another highlight for Team Asobi, the team behind Astro's Playroom on PlayStation 5 and of course Astrobot Rescue Mission for PlayStation VR. They discussed general stuff about their studio, nothing really interesting there. We know they're working on their most ambitious game yet, which is probably a full-blown Astrobot game, considering a job posting stated they're working on a 3D action game. With these studio highlights dropping less than a week apart, could Sony be dropping another one in this upcoming week? I'm curious if these studio highlights mean anything is happening sometime soon. It's just interesting to see these just drop close to each other, and if we get another one, that'll be even more interesting. We know for Nixie's they have Ratchet and Clank PC dropping this month, but could we hear something from Team Asobi and whoever they decide to highlight next? I guess we'll see.
You are the heroes of this dimension? Your reputation precedes you.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony leaks significant information. Reading from Axios, Sony's 2022 PS4 and PS5 blockbuster Horizon Forbidden West cost $212 million to develop over a 5-year period, and its 2020 hit The Last of Us Part 2 cost around $220 million to make. Those normally closely held figures came to light via a poorly redacted legal filing that's part of the FTC's lawsuit to block Microsoft's bid for Activision. Development budgets, which are typically industry secrets, are generally said to be skyrocketing for marquee games, and these numbers confirm the trend toward massive Hollywood-style spending. The veil of secrecy applied to a declaration from Sony's PlayStation chief Jim Ryan in the FTC case wasn't sufficiently opaque. Some words and stats in the declaration were redacted by what appears to be a marker, leaving the underlying text somewhat readable. Both games are sure to have been profitable. Wedbush analyst Michael Pachter and Cohen's Doug Cruetz tell Axios Pachter pegs Sony's profit on each at close to $300 million. His math includes cuts for marketing and physical retailers. So there you have it. The Last of Us Part 2 costs around $220 million and Horizon 2 costs around $212 million. These are of course big numbers in terms of budget for a new game, and they seem to continually be rising. Again, I've said this before, and I know some of you don't like me saying this, but honestly, I'd be okay with smaller games. Not every game needs to be gigantic and huge. Replayability is also a big factor that can help increase a game's longevity. In the PlayStation 3 era, for example, we had Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, and each were like, I think 10 to 12 hours, and they were great. They were great games. Everybody paid full price for those, $60 back then, and everybody enjoyed them. Make games like that again and bring down the price to $60 instead of $70 or maybe even lower, and I think people will be fine. I'd personally be fine with it. You can mix that also with bigger games. So have big games and smaller games just so we can get more games coming down the pipeline. It's good to hear though that each of these games potentially had a profit of somewhere around 300 million. This is profit, not revenue, so that's money they made themselves to keep, so that's a solid return. But you guys let me know if you'd be fine with smaller sized games from Sony or not. Let me know down in the comments below.
Not this time.
And now diving into the final story of the video, a PlayStation 3 Classic coming to PlayStation 5. Reading from Rockstar Intel, Rockstar Games' 2010 classic Red Dead Redemption just received a new age rating over 13 years after release. The new rating was issued by the Game Rating and Administration Committee of Korea, the South Korean Age Ratings Board. The new rating application was posted onto the committee's online database on June 15th. As noted by Gematsu, many fans will speculate if this is the PC version of the game, given it only ever released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. However, Gematsu points out the new ratings number is CCNV230615001, and NV codes are used for console games, whereas PC games are given NP letters in their code. So this is referring to a console version of Red Dead Redemption, a new rating for that, not a PC version, but that doesn't mean, of course, a PC version can't happen. Last year, we had leaker Tez2, who seems to be reliable according to Rockstar Intel, revealed that a Red Dead Redemption remaster and GTA 4 remaster were in the works, but were scrapped because of what happened with the GTA Trilogy remaster situation. Kotaku followed up on that with their own sources stating that Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 4 remasters were in the works, but then they shifted focus on GTA 6. There was actually an update on this story where Kotaku has come back to state that Rockstar recognizes the overwhelming demand for a Red Dead Redemption remaster, so they could have resumed work on it this past year. So for me, I loved Red Dead Redemption, but I never finished Red Dead Redemption 2. I got that day one because of my love for the original. And for me, I don't know, the gameplay for Red Dead Redemption 2 was clunky, and just holding X, listening to somebody talk for so long. And I don't know, the game just... playing a few hours into that, I just couldn't keep going. I might give it a chance sometime later on. I don't know if I will, but Red Dead Redemption 1, I love that game. I know some of you won't like hearing me say that about Red Dead Redemption 2 because I know there's a big fan base for that, but that's just how I personally felt. If they remaster Red Dead Redemption 1, I also hope they remaster Undead Nightmare as well and drop it this Halloween. That would be amazing if we got Red Dead Redemption 1 remastered and Undead Nightmare as well. Usually when games get rated, it's not far off from release, so let's see if that's actually going to happen here. But you guys let me know if you want a Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Happy Canada Day weekend. Canada Day is this upcoming Saturday, I believe, July 1st. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm going to be going away to a cottage like I do usually every year. I will have a video on Monday, so don't worry about that. Again, like I usually do every year. If you're celebrating this weekend, of course, stay safe, and if you're excited for the weekend, regardless if you're Canadian or not, celebrate with us. Destroy the comment section with Happy Canada Day weekend, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.